Hello everyone and welcome to September's update to Network South Central. First things first, the footage in the background, no, it's definitely not mine, not that far advanced at all. That's Miniatur Wunderland in Hamburg, a definite must go for any model railway fan out there if you're ever over there. It's still well worth it. You could easily spend a day there. I mean, I got dragged around it by everyone else in about 4 hours, but I wanted more time. Apologies for no videos over the summer period. I haven't really been here much in the UK, and if I have, I've been outside enjoying the sun with everyone else. So I haven't really had much time to go in the loft, and when I did it was quite hot anyway. So a bit of housekeeping. Unfortunately, the layout of London Road is having to be dismantled. We're redoing the front room that it's currently in. So it's been taken down. I mean, also the cat does seem to like to chew everything on it, so there's a signal with some lovely bite marks on it. But that will make way for something new to the channel, and that's going to be called Outside 5 Road. The name takes its name from the missing service road at Lovers Walk train depot in Brighton. And what 5 Road will be a kind of a review platform, where we can look at new trains that I've purchased, get them running, maybe some sounds. It'll also be like a workbench area, so we've got a couple of projects waiting to be built from kits, which I'm nervous about starting because I'm not great. I remember building Airfix models and they were not my forte. But yeah, that will be coming along soon once the front room is finished. And the next bit is the new layout in the loft. I've finally got around to finishing all the baseboards, minus one, which you'll see in the video following this. The layout upstairs is going to be called Stone Cross, and that's based on an old junction near Eastbourne, which I drive over quite regularly. The layout will be set around the year 2000, but a period stretching from maybe 1995 to 2005. Looking towards the early days of privatisation and more the end of Connect South Central and the beginning of Southern and Connect South Eastern. So yeah, that's currently having its cork put down. I've had to buy some more because I've run out, didn't quite have enough. And once that's done and I'm back from my next 2 little jaunts away, we're starting on the track, and there will be more videos coming soon. There will be a video on the track work too, so I hope you enjoy and stay tuned, and I will see you soon. Welcome to the loft. This is the baseboards for what will be Stone Cross. A little panorama around of it. To ignore some of the junk up here, still the loft space too, I can have it all. All the baseboards are finished, bar one, which is going to go across this gap here between the 2 boards, because annoyingly that's where the loft entrance is. Right where I'd love to have a round and round and have it central. No, so what I'm going to do is have a removable piece at an angle, so I need to build a couple of jut outs there and same the other side to bring it round. The removable piece will be non-scenic, so it's just nice and easy to pop out when I leave the loft. So let's run you through some of the ideas, what I'm thinking of planning. Over here, which, because my house doesn't quite face north or south, that's basically east. So in the eastern corner, this section here, starting around there to where the loft hole cover board probably think of a better term for it than that. This will be what I'm thinking the station area and town scene. So the station starting somewhere around here and carrying on over here across this section of the board there, and around there I'm thinking a bridge across a river, something like that. Quite like the idea of you can put the camera lower down and film trains going above. It's a nice bit of elevation. Over in the back of the board will probably be where the network rail track as it will be then, depot will be for light servicing of the bubble cars for route learning, the MPV stuff, and the Sandai trains. And the track will go round. I need to add a little bit of board in the corner there towards the south section because I want nice flowing curves, not the kind of the tight Hornby radius ones, which would be off scenic. It'll be kind of like a disused track going off there, a nice curve round over this way, kind of imitating an old junction, which is actually where the name Stonecross comes from. It's an old junction near Polegate in Eastbourne and Pemsley and Westham, when the line used to cut across from Pemsley and Westham to Polegate without going into Eastbourne. So we come round, nice flowing curve over to this area here, cutting off somewhere around there at the end of the scenic section, and then the fiddle yard will start. And above it, I'm going to have it as scenic, and I'm thinking castle, maybe a church. I also thought of doing maybe a castle with a gig going on, so a stage set up, allows you to play a little bit of music while you're up here quite happily. Some flights, experiment, shall I say, with some of the kind of lights and sounds and other animations you can buy for the layout these days, mostly by Knock, I think. So the fiddle yard will carry on around here. I'll probably have a command station, but I'm going to have wireless controllers, so I can follow around, and then it'll just be the fiddle yard ending where the connecting bridge is. Yeah, so that's kind of it. I wanted a fiddle yard kind of long enough for at least one 8-car train. That would be the rail tour rake. So that would be my Anglia 47, which is on hire during the week when it's not doing the weekend services with Anglia. Some old Southern Rail Mark 1s and some Mark 1 Pullmans too, which I acquired recently. So that's kind of the plan. That's an old plan there. Don't worry about that one. That just gave me a rough idea of the board. It's changed quite a lot since then. One of the many revisions I've had. So yeah, that's the idea. And then yeah, I think a nice town scene at the back, so covering that whole backboard there. Nice big old town scene. Nice to be wearing cityscape. So yeah, hopefully I'll have a bit more soon. Once I've got this wedding and my trip to Portugal out of the way. It's not my wedding, someone else's. First things first, I've brought up the cork, and that'll be my first job, putting the cork down. I'm going to lightly stick it down with some wood glue. Just a little swirl, enough to hold it down, and then it allows me to eventually cut round where the track is and where I want the cork to be and not to be. The wood glue is not too bad. I've heard people use like Copydex and other adhesives. Wood glue is quite cheap. Not to say it's all completely on a budget, although some of the woodwork up here definitely does look like it. It's simple. You only need a little bit to stick it down, and I'm not really going to take much of it up. And anything I cut off can be scraped off quite easily with a chisel and cut around with just a normal Stanley knife. So yeah, so that's it. That's Stonecross. Not much to show at all, other than some wood and other junk sat on top of it. But yeah, coming soon. Hopefully the first bit of the cork will be down. I can start working on the track. And as the track goes down, I have a video on doing the track down. So yeah, stay tuned.